A Red, Red Rose, by Robert Burns. A Red, Red Rose is a poem written by the national poet of Scotland, Robert Burns. It first appeared in a compilation of popular Scottish songs set to music in 1794. It is written in ballad stanzas. The poem pieces together conventional ideas and images of love. Poem A Red, Red Rose, by Robert Burns. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So fair art thou, my bonny lass. So deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear. Till the seas gang dry. Till the seas gang dry, my dear. And the rocks melt white, the sun. I will love thee still, my dear. While the sands of life shall run. And fare thee weel, my only love. And fare thee weel awhile. And I will come again, my love. Though it were 10,000 mile. Introduction. A Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns is a beautiful romantic poem first published in 1794 in a selection of Scots songs, edited by Peter Urbany. Burns' poem was both influenced by a simple Scottish song he had heard in the country and by ballads written from that time. The poem is a ballad in nature and is intended to be sung aloud. It explains the deep love of the speaker for his beloved and guarantees that this love will last longer than human life and even the world itself, remaining forever fresh and constant. A Red, Red Rose Summary. A Red, Red Rose, by Robert Burns. A Red, Red Rose is a poem written by the national poet of Scotland, Robert Burns. It first appeared in a compilation of popular Scottish songs set to music in 1794. It is written in ballad stanzas. The poem pieces together conventional ideas and images of love. In the poem, the speaker compares his love first with beautiful, vibrant, and new blooming rose in spring and then with a sweet melody, sweetly played in tune played by skilled musicians. The beloved is so exquisite that the speaker loves her with a deep and intense passion, so intense, in fact, that the love of the speaker endures until the oceans are dry up and rocks melt with the sun. The speaker will always love the beloved, even after the oceans have evaporated and the world has decayed. That love will last till the end of their own lives and even when all human life is over. In end, the speaker says farewell to the beloved who is, the speaker tells her, the only one the speaker loves. During their temporary break, the speaker wishes her well. The speaker reaffirms his or her faithful love by pledging to return even though the journey is long and hard. Questions and answers. Q. The poem's first line is an example of what? Ans. The line is a simile, comparing the speaker's love to a rose. Q. Identify a hyperbole in the second stanza. Ans. The hyperbole is, and I will love thee still, my dear, till the sea gang dry. Q. Why has the speaker written this poem? Ans. The speaker has written the poem as a means of bidding goodbye to his love. Q. What is the theme of the poem? Ans. The major themes in A Red, Red Rose, the key themes used in the poem are love and separation. The author combines them with the application of natural metaphors. The poem is concerned mainly with the passion of the speaker for his wife. He adores her elegance and shares her everlasting affection. Q. What is the metaphor in A Red, Red Rose? Ans. Time and love are key metaphors in the poem, A Red, Red Rose. Burns uses a collection of pictures and ideas illustrating the delicacy and fragility of love over time. To put it another, love and beauty are delicate because they exist in time. Q. Why is love compared to a red, red rose? Ans. The speaker says his love is like a pure red rose, newly sprung in June. In other words, the love of the speaker is like a flower that has just bloomed from the earth. That is why the speaker has compared his love to a red, red rose. Q. What type of poem is A Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns? Ans. A Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns is a ballad and is meant to be sung aloud. It alternates between the iambic tetrameter in the odd-numbered lines and the iambic trimeter in the even-numbered lines. Q. What is the mood of A Red, Red Rose? Ans. The poem is the speaker's ode to his beloved. Its tone is romantic. While bringing his message of love across, the poet used imagery, simile, hyperbole, and other poetic devices. A Red, Red Rose is a typical love-themed romantic poem. The speaker explains his always fresh love for a young lady. The tone is celebratory. In the height of its vibrancy and light, the speaker compares his love to a rose that's white, red, is repeated. Now, the mood is celebratory. But there's only one slight indication that his love isn't everlasting. Q. What did Robert Burns promise in the poem? Ans. Robert Burns bids farewell to his eternal love and promises to return to her even the journey is long and hard, he will always return to her side.